Hello guys, welcome back to the segment. So Nigeria's Super Eagles camp officially opened yesterday, being Monday, and we've started seeing a number of players arrive for the showdown. The early birdie yesterday was actually AMAS and NWABALI, the third choice goalkeeper that was invited by Eguavoen in the list. And a few hours later, Stanley NWABALI also arrived from South Africa. Of course, he plays for Chipa United, so he came down from South Africa to join, the camp. So right now, technically, we have like two players already in camp, and of course, more players are expected to join in later today. Hopefully, a lot of them, or maybe even all of them. But I doubt if we are still going to be able to have all players, gather in camp today. But again, uh, it all depends on the distance, what's currently holding these players in their different club sides, and the ones that have been cleared by their clubs to leave. Of course, you cannot just pick your bags and start leaving. The club's going to have to authorize that. So definitely soon enough, we get to see all of our players. And also for the backroom staff, we've also had a number of people show up. For example, the assistant coach, Inechuku, has also arrived. He arrived yesterday, and interestingly, Coach Eguavoen has moved to defend his list. Defend the decision of actually inviting the likes of Kelechi Iheanacho ahead of the likes of Cyril Dessas, Tolu Arokodare, and a whole lot of strikers that we have out there in Europe who are currently performing. Again, I said in the last video, the one player that has been met with a lot of criticisms from Nigerian fans for being included in the list is Kelechi Iheanacho, because the man has not really been up there in terms of form. We've seen that with Sevilla and all of that. So people were asking questions, and for that reason, Eguavoen came out to clarify issues. So he said that the reason he decided to bring in Kelechi Iheanacho was that Kelechi is a more experienced player for Nigerian Super Eagles. Eguavoen noted that the moment Victor Osimhen was out of the picture due to injury, he had a bit of decision to make that he was contemplating between Cyril Dessas, Tolu Arokodare, and Iheanacho. So these were the three players that he had thought about, the best one to pick, and in the end, he decided to go for Kelechi because of experience. Dessas, of course, has been informed. He scored, a couple of goals this season, up to 6 goals this new season. Also for Arokodare has been powering on very well as well for Gent, but the coach decided to go for someone that knows and understands the team, better according to him. So that's what's happening. Do you think this is good enough reason, obviously, to include Kelechi Iheanacho, who hasn't been getting a lot of playing time, who hasn't really been performing well with Sevilla? Let me know what you think about this decision from Eguavoen. And moving on to the camp of the Libyan side, of course, they are also preparing for this showdown. In fact, this means a lot to them. Maybe even means more to them than it means to Super Eagles, because they've not won any game since the start of this qualifiers run. They actually drew one and lost one, and right now they currently sit at the bottom of the Group D. So it means a lot to them. And right now, their coach has come out to give updates regarding their team. Remember, this coach is actually a new coach that they employed to get results for them, and his name is Nasser Al Hadiri. I talked about that in the previous video. So Al Hadiri has come out to say that Libya, that they are aiming to return back to winning ways. And in fact, the least result that they are expecting or that they are targeting right now is getting a draw. And they don't want to leave Nigeria with anything less than a draw for that game. So this is their mindset heading into this game with Nigeria. And then he also gave important updates regarding these players, where he said that they are not yet there yet. They've not reached the peak, level in terms of readiness to face the Super Eagles. but he also agrees that the team was in a really bad state when he decided to take the job, but that they are actually improving right now, and that they are going to try to get the best of result against Nigeria this Friday. So that's what's happening. There's also some really unpleasant news, from their end, because there are a couple of players that they have now, according to the coach, who are going to miss this game because they're out due to injury. Uh, One is out because he was protesting, with the federation of the Libyan side. So, these names are really important names. The likes of Hamdou Al Haouni, uh, San Al Wafali, Mohammed Al Munir. So these guys are the guys that will not be available for the Libyan side. But one thing I know is that some of these excuses are just mind games, from these coaches to try and make you feel like they are not preparing well enough for the game, and then their plan is that they want to come into the game and shock you, in ways that you don't expect. So I definitely think this is some sort of mind game from the coach, but we'll see what happens. Of course, the game is still on Friday, just 2 or 3 days, away. Today is already Tuesday, and we expect more players to show up in camp. And I'll definitely let you know about that on this channel. So make sure to stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you in my next video.